Watches and Wonders 2023, we're at Chopard, meeting with Karl-Friedrich Scheufele, co-president of Chopard. Mr. Scheufele, thanks for having us. We'll start by the novelties of this year and by this new model from LUC collection with this beautiful salmon dial. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I'll be very happy to tell you more about this, what I would say has become an iconic watch. It's based on the original 1860 LUC, which came out in 1997. Big difference here, it was never made in steel ever before, so this is a stainless steel version with a beautifully finished salmon dial, and we didn't add anything, but we took something away, which is the date.
Yes,
because many collectors already in those days used to say, well, why did you put a date? It's so much nicer without. So chronometer certified movement, micro rotor and 2 barrels, and Geneva seal.
Then you're coming with novelties on Alpine Eagle collection with two different models.
Yes. Well, here the Alpine Eagle Extra Slim. And the interesting thing is that this watch features the same movement which I just explained. So it's Alpine Eagle meeting haute horlogerie. And so it's a beautiful combination. And the case is not only thinner, but the rim, the bezel, is more narrow. So you have a bigger opening and the watch becomes more elegant.
And again, a beautiful salmon dial.
Beautiful salmon dial, stainless steel.
And then, as we're talking movement, a movement that we've seen already at Chopard, but that is really interesting, that we see occasionally because it's a complex one.
Yes. Well, this is the what I would consider to be the lightweight Alpine Eagle, titanium. What fits, I think, very well into this watch is the 8 Hz version of our movement, so high frequency, and which means more in terms of precision, more resistance to shock, because the frequency, the higher frequency allows a better the movement to adapt quicker after some kind of shock, which the watch may have received. We call this a pitch black dial, so the same pattern on the dial, and for better view, an orange-colored second hand.
We're going to move to the last product we're going to have a look at today, which is a longer Chopard love affair, and for Chopard and for yourself, Mille Miglia.
Yes, this particular Mille Miglia watch became over the years the Mille Miglia Classic, which because it came out first in 1997. And with a black dial in 1998, featuring the famous Dunlop pattern rubber strap, which is something that I personally introduced because I noticed this this rubber strap of this Dunlop tire on our Porsche 550 Spider, which we drove in the Millemania 97. So that's how it all started. This watch is here in its 4th version. And interesting enough, it grew in size and now came back to 40.5 millimeters. But not only that, the bezel is very fine, very thin, to give a very good, big dial opening. And for the first time, we introduced the domed crystal.
Which brings a lot of depth. And
yes. And a beautifully finished case, which is really, I think, an outstanding finish for a case in this category of watch. The lugs are soldered, so it's not a one-piece case. It's really a very sophisticated case. All the details with the pushers here, the steering wheel, and the motif here. So it's, I think, in my eyes, the most sophisticated Mille Miglia so far we ever made.
Last topic, which again has been a long commitment for Chopard, sustainability. You had an important announcement this week. Can you tell us about it?
Yes. We were happy and proud to announce that as of this year, we will making all steel watches, cases and bracelets of our lucent steel, which we call lucent steel, first introduced in the Alpine Eagle, and now rolled out to all steel watches, whether it's LUC, Mille Miglia, or Happy Sport. So what is lucent steel? It is a special steel which is not only harder and more shiny, but also made of scraps, so recycled elements, which represent 80% of the mass of the steel. So that means in the production of the amount of steel that we would buy annually, which is about 25 tons, we would reduce the CO2 by 30%. And we will try to move up to 90% recycled material in our steel.
Well, thank you. Thanks a lot, Mr. Scheufele.
In a nutshell, the news 2023.
I mean, that's great. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
And good continuation of the fair.
Thanks.
Thanks.